Good morning. Here in this YouTube channel, I would like to dedicate the space to God, to my experiences with Him, and to sending you prayers and stories of my life that may help you in case you are seeking. I will divide my stories into many short ones. It might be easier to listen to those, but also I do the same recordings in German and I try to remember and to tell as far as possible exactly the same things as in the other video. So in English or in German, whichever I start with on the day. Today I'd like to start to talk about my true departure from Buddhism. It was the process, but my true departure from Buddhism, there was a certain point, a crucial point. One day I was sitting here in my flat and I followed the advice of my spiritual mentor, Graham Curl. You can find him on my Facebook page and befriend with him, those of you who haven't, and get to know him as well. Anyway, so I was sitting here and followed the advice of my spiritual mentor, Graham Curl. He said to use the Lord's Prayer and to keep repeating it. Not just in my mind, of course, but as a true prayer, to repeat it again and again and again. So I had sat here. I still had my Buddhist prayer beads, I remember. And as I sat here repeating the Lord's Prayer, all of a sudden, and a very surprise, I heard a voice from a very peaceful place, from within my heart and everywhere. Yet I felt the main center of it, the main, point of it was from my heart. And I was not a little bit startled, but also not surprised, if that makes sense. And yet it was a surprise. The voice was very clear, definitely male voice, and warm, not too deep. And he said to me, you turned to Buddhism because you turned away from me. You turned to Buddhism because you turned away from me. I thought, oh, holy shit, that is true. That is what it really was. And I just knew. In my flat, I had lots and lots of little Buddhist objects, little statues, candles that I had from Japan, offering bowls where you used to fill in water, and so on. And the next day, I was supposed to go to the Buddhist monastery where I used to live and visit my friend David. I knew then that I had to get rid of all these objects. So I put them all in a box neatly, and I sat down again. And I continued praying. And I said to God, why don't you use me to bless these objects? And then when we take them to the monastery, to Samyeling, they might bless other people and they may open up to you and find you through those. And he said no. I do not come through the back door. I do not come through the back door. These objects represent Buddhism, and I can do nothing about it. That is how it is. I cannot change this. I do not come through the back door.